Alright guys, so let's take a few minutes and talk about the header settings. Now there are several options. We have the desktop header and then we have mobile header options. So first of all, let's look into the desktop settings. Here we have four different layouts for us to choose from. As we scroll down, we have a brief layout of the components of our header, and you can see that we have a section for our logo, then we have our menu drop down, and then our header add-ons, which are your social media links and also your search icon. Alright, so each of these components are labeled accordingly. You can see that logo is under letter A, then we have menu under letter B, and so forth. Now all of the following settings are also labeled according to the section that they are related to. So your logo settings would be under letter A, and then your menu settings would be under letter B, your menu drop down would be under letter B.2, and so forth. So let's just do a quick overview of these settings and go over them in a little bit more detail. So first of all, in the following area we can adjust the element's color. This section is pretty much responsible for the fonts of your menus and your search icons and everything else that is within the navigation area. Alright, so as you can see, I have it set to red just because I was playing around with it a little bit, but let's go ahead and change it back to black. We'll then click on update and refresh the following page. You'll see that our header changed to black. Alright, so the same process would apply to your social media icons. If they show up in the following area, they will change according to the color that you select. Alright, so next we have our logo settings, and everything is listed under letter A. Now there are three different types of logos. There's your image logo, where you can upload two different logos, a dark and a light version of your logo, depending on the image slideshows that you have. We'll do a separate video on logos and how those work as well, but basically you can have a light logo for your dark images and a darker logo for your lighter images. Alright, and then here you can adjust the logo sizes for desktop and mobile devices. Next, if you select your website title, you can adjust the fonts, and then you can also essentially adjust the amount of pixels they take up for mobile and desktop devices. And the same would apply for the text logo. You simply type in your logo here. So if we would change that to Kyoto 123 and click on update, you'll see that the following section changes accordingly. Alright, let me just refresh this one more time. There we go. So here we have Kyoto 123. Okay, so our next set of settings is our menu items. Basically, these are your fonts. So in this area, you can adjust everything in terms of your font family, font sizes, font colors, and so forth. And yeah, the same would apply to your menu drop-down. So if you want to change the color, simply click here. You either type in the hex code for your color, or select your color based on whatever your preferences are. Now if you want to change the font for your menu, click on the following edit button, and at the moment I believe this font is 11 pixels if I'm not mistaken, and we can change that to be slightly larger. So once again, we clicked on the following pencil button or the edit icon, and we're redirected to this page where we can drag and increase our font size. So let's update this to about 16 pixels. We'll then simply exit out of this and click on update. Okay, and in the following area we can then refresh the front end of our website, and you'll see that our font changed accordingly. Then you can simply close off the typography settings, as this will not be required any longer. Okay, and yeah, the same would apply for your menu drop-down fonts. Okay, and in the following section, C.2, we can adjust all of the settings related to our search area. So you can adjust the colors, you can adjust the width that it takes up, and the fonts, and also a quick hint, maybe like a question looking for something, etc. You can type in that in the following area. Now if we revert back to our desktop header settings, you can see that we have four different layouts. Now layout type D has an additional set of settings for us to adjust. and it's the menu pop-up options. So first of all, let's go ahead and just click on update, and then we'll refresh the following page just so we can kind of see what this layout will look like. So here we have our menu. Once we click here, you'll see that our menu slides out, and here we have our navigation, our main pages, and then we have additional links, or these can be sub pages, whatever it may be. So in this area, essentially, go over to menu pop-up options, and first of all, you can adjust the background color, the text color, then you can adjust the width to take up 50% of the page, or 80% of the page, or 100% of the page, whatever works best for you. And then you adjust the fonts, you adjust the menu drop down items as well. And in this area, section B1, this is additional links, which are these little titles or links over here. So you can link them to blog posts, announcements, whatever it may be. You can add additional information in this area. Okay, and the process for adding these is super easy. Simply click on add row, you add in your title, and then you add in your link. If you want to remove, simply click on remove. If you want to change them around, you can simply drag and drop to change their order. And that's pretty much it. You can then also change the fonts related to these links, and that's it. So everything here is relatively easy. Every section is pretty self-explanatory. Heading over to mobile options, this section is pretty much identical as the desktop header. We have the same amount of settings, or the same type of settings, should I say, with colors and fonts. And that's pretty much it. So there's really not much to the header settings. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out your styling and which direction you want to head into. Alright, so this is it, and I'll see you guys in our next video, where we will discuss the logo settings in a little bit more detail, go over the different logo options that we have, and yeah, so I'll see you guys there. Thanks again.